Good evening, students. Welcome to the day 5th of the Tally Prime program coaching class. Students, now we will see, last class we saw some inventory related features. Now we are going to see some more additional features related to inventory. So we'll see some more additional features. No? So just I'll have a quick recap. So last class we saw how to put physical stock entries, stock journal, sales, credit and debit note. So today we will see some more additional features available in Tally inventory. So first we will take how to fix a rate for the product. So we know how to select the item in the invoice and how to raise a sales bill and how to raise a purchase bill. Now we'll say that how to fix a rate, okay, because every time we don't need to remember, no, we can't remember every product's rate in our memory. So if it is configured somewhere in the master, so at the time of invoice we can recall the pricing and enter it. Okay, this is how it works. No? So if they don't, so the billing guy or the person who is raising the invoice, they will not recollect the price from their memory. So there need to be some standard pricing list should be available. No, so that pricing list, how to enter it in Tally, that we will see. Okay, so how to do it? Go to alter stock item. These are all master entries, which means that if it is configured once, then we can repeatedly use it. Okay, go to stock item. I choose Apple. I choose iPhone 14. Then here there is an option will be there, that is standard rate. So if it is not there, what do you have to do? You have to use it Alt F12 button, F12 configuration to get that particular option. F12 configuration is used to get the details or change the details of the current screens. So I press F12, enter. Here you will see one option, no? Provide standard buying and selling rates. Okay, you have to give yes. So once you give that option, this additional details, allow standard rates option will come. Okay, now I press yes, give yes. Here you can tell the standard selling price, and you can also set the standard cost price. Cost price is for how much we are purchasing, no? That is the cost price. Also you can set it. See, for example, I say that 1/4/2022, from 1/4/2022 the cost price is, example, 60,000 rupees. Okay, enter. Then the selling price is from 1st of April 2022, the selling price is 90,000 rupees. I am entering it here, enter. Then to save with shortcut is Ctrl A. Okay. So I have done it. I'll repeat it once again. Once we run through this flow. So now I go to my sales invoice. How to go to sales invoice? Go to vouchers, press F8. So I choose cash, Control A, sales of mobile. Now I choose the phone, iPhone 14. Then go down, I am choosing it. Main go down, enter the quantity 1, the price automatically gets picked up. Are you able to see it? 90,000 rupees. I didn't manually do it, it automatically gets picked up. Okay, so this is the selling price. Okay, how we did it? I will repeat it one more time. Control A. Okay, I'm not saving it. This is just for the explanation purpose. Students, you are requested to enter your roll number in the chat box for the attendance purpose. Please enter your roll number in the chat box for the attendance purpose. Okay, now let's enter the purchase voucher to get the value of the cost price, which we have configured in the master. So how to go to the purchase voucher, press F9, right hand side also it's available the option. Press F9, enter the supplier invoice number. I am just skipping it. Control A, then purchase ledger, purchase of mobiles. I enter the product, iPhone 14. Then the not applicable I am giving. Then the godown number, godown name, I am choosing main location. 10 mobile I am purchasing. Are you able to see it? The cost price, it automatically gets picked up. 60,000 rupees. Good to go? Fine. So again, I'll tell you how to set a standard pricing, that is selling price, and as well as the cost price for the stock item. So how do we go? How do we proceed? Go to alter, choose a stock item for which you want to set the selling price and the purchase price. I set and select the phone, iPhone 14. This option you have to set as, in case if this line is not available, how to get that line? Choose F12, press F12. So which is the current screen configuration. In that, come to this line, no? Inventory details. Provide standard buying and selling rates. Provide standard buying and selling rates. You give yes. Okay. Enter. Control A. Then give yes. Then you can set a price. Okay. You can also set the price for the particular period. Also you can set. So you can also set that the price is applicable from which date, because the price keeps on revising, no? I mean, most of the products, that also you can set it. See, for example, from 1st of April, if you make a bill, it is 90,000. If the billing date is after 1st of May, then it become 93,000. For an example sake, if that is the case, we will enter like this, 93,000. Enter. Let me go back and show you the screen once again. Are you able to understand? So anything between 1st of April to end of the April, the price will be 90,000 and May is 93,000. Okay. So any bill if I am making from 1st of May, it will be 93,000. I press Ctrl A to quickly save the screen. Ctrl A. Okay. Now I want to create a voucher. How to create a voucher? The one way is go to Gateway of Tally, then select voucher, or Alt G, the shortcut button. Go to option, create voucher. Press F8 for a sales. So cash sales. Look at the date. It is 1st June. Sale of mobiles. It is 1st June. Okay. So I select the product, iPhone 14. Not applicable. Good on is main location. One quantity. Are you able to see it? The price I am getting it what? 93,000, because my date is 1st of June. So anything after 1st of on or after 1st of May will be 93,000. Please note that this is for our easy retrieval purpose. You can always change it in the at the time of entry. You can always increase or decrease it at the time of entry. That's not a problem. It is just to get the standard pricing, because it's not something that whatever the pricing available in the catalog will be. It's not like that, right? It depends to customer to customer. It varies from business to business. Okay, it is just to get the reference. What is the selling price? Okay, the same thing. If I change the date to 1st of or 2nd of April, 2nd of April, iPhone. I remove this line because end of list. Now you go to cash, iPhone 14. I enter as a new voucher. Alt G, create voucher, sales, F8, select, and this screens I am just saving it. Sale of mobiles. The date is 2nd April. Just see that the date is 2nd April. So in this case, what should be my price? 90,000. It is not 93, correct? Let's see that iPhone 14. Go down as main location. I'm selling it. Are you able to see it? The price which I'm getting is 90,000. Okay. The same is applicable for purchase also, which means you can set the applicable dates, different applicable dates. It's not something that only from 1st of May you have to change, not like that. You can change the pricing beforehand also. Okay. How to do it? Alt G, Alter Master, stock item, iPhone 14. In the Alter standard rates menu, give yes, then one subscription will open. Here you will give the rates. Say example, if it is 1st of June, if you want a different price, you can have the different price. You can increase or decrease it. So that is our choice. Good to go. So this feature is called standard cost and standard selling price maintenance in Tally. Okay, good. Okay, yesterday we got introduced to one concept called order management, sales order management and purchase order management, which helps us to manage the purchase order, which means to track and monitor what is the material is ordered, whether it is a sales or purchase, and how much it is delivered or received, and how much is pending, which we saw the last class. Okay, so which is before the sales happen and before the purchase happen. So this is further tracking, it is useful. In some business scenarios, sometimes we will not raise a invoice. Once a material goes out, we will not raise a invoice. So only after a particular time we will completely raise the invoice, or otherwise we will raise the invoice combining 2-3 deliveries together. I'll give you an example. A contractor, he frequently buys a civil contractor, he frequently buys a cement from the his vendor. So what he will do is, boss, don't raise my invoice continuously. So you keep sending the material. When I say raise an invoice, by the time only you raise invoice. Till that time, you just send the material. Okay. So in that case, how the accounting is maintained in Tally. Okay. That example we will see now. So the point is, the material will just go out from the company or otherwise accounting books. The invoice, that is this accounting part, will not be impacted in Tally. Okay, will not be impacted in the account books. So only the inventory part alone we will track it. Then after some time they will raise an invoice. Okay, so this is called as a delivery note. Okay, let's see then how to do it. So we'll take the example of cement company itself. Okay. Now assume that ABC Limited into cement business. So let's create a stock item, cement bag, Coromandel cement bag. Okay, so the bags goes in numbers. Okay, numbers. Okay, so the customer is Allied Contractors or Allied Constructions. Sundry data. Okay, enter. Controlling. Okay, now this company ABC Limited is sending the material alone. Okay, so before that I purchase some material. Okay, F9 purchase. I'm getting a material from Coromandel Cements Limited. He is my supplier. Supplier means it is creditors, not debtors, creditors. Control A. Then purchase ledger or create new ledger, purchase of cements, which is under purchase accounts, which is a goods. Control A. Okay, I am purchasing cement, Coromandel cement bag. Okay, I am purchasing 100 bags with the rate of 500 rupees each. Okay, enter. Control A. So what is the transaction is happening here? I am purchasing 100 bags of 100 bags of Coromandel cement. Okay, so I maybe here I have done it as a numbers. Maybe I'll just change it. I'll make it as a bags. Okay, just a minute. Alter stock item. The unit of measurement I put bags. Bag or bags. bags. I am setting the unit of measurement as bags for this Coromandel cement. So, since it is unit of measurement is bag, I remove this name also, Coromandel cement. Control A. Fine. So now I am making a purchase, okay, purchase from the vendor Coromandel Cement Limited is my supplier. Then I am purchasing cements. The material I am purchasing is Coromandel cement. From the main location I am purchasing 100 bags. Are you able to see it? 100 bags. I just changed it to numbers to make it more meaningful, okay. 100 bags, the rate is 500 rupees each bag, just a notional notional value. Enter. So what happened? 100 bags is come to the company. Okay. How do I know it? I can go to the stock summary and see it, or I can go to the respective stock item register. So how to go to the stock summary? Alt G, just type stock summary. Alt G is a go to option. Stock summary. Are you able to see it? 100 bags have been received at the company. Fine. So the concept which we are trying to explain is, we are sending the material without raising the invoice to the customer. Okay. Here who is our customer? Elite customer. So the transaction which I need to do is, it is not sales, it is called delivery note, which means that only the inventory transfer or inventory will have an impact. It will not have the impact in the accounting information. Shall we see it? Okay. Voucher. The delivery note I have to use it. Delivery note is a transaction type, which is an inventory voucher type. Inventory type of transaction. What do you mean by inventory? It will affect only the inventory. Sales and purchase is what? Sales and purchase is inventory come accounting. It will have an impact in the inventory stock summary, and also it will have the impact in the accounting side. Good to go?
Hello and welcome to Flutter Forward. It's a really, really exciting day, and thank you for tuning in. My name's John. I'm a developer relations engineer on the Flutter and Dart team.
And my name is Kate Lovett. I'm a software engineer on the Flutter framework team.
And we have some guests from Google and from the community joining us today. Our first guests are Roti and Taha. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. My name is Roti. I am on the material design team as a developer relations engineer.
I am Taha. I am one of the many Flutter contributors.
So we're going to be answering your questions live, and if you have a question in the live chat, please leave it in the live chat. And should we get started with some questions?
Yeah, I think so. We've certainly picked out some Material 3 ones to start off with, given the experts that we have with us. So where should we start, John?
Yeah, we have a first question here. The question is, when is the right time to start investing in Material 3? How can we track the progress and roadmap?
Now I'm sending a material.
So for the first part, the right time is now. So if you're building with Flutter and you haven't tried it already, make sure to go ahead and try the use Material 3 and set it to true inside your theme data. This will update any widgets that are supported and flip to the new color scheme that Material offers. And what about the second part?
You can track the progress of the Material 3 and use Material 3 API documentation in the theme data. If you find we have missed any widget, you can file a bug report and link me if you want.
Yes, Taha has actually personally migrated many of these widgets, and if you do go to the API documentation for Use Material 3 in theme data, you'll see a full listing of all of the widgets that are supported. There are quite a few now. It actually might be harder to find ones that aren't, but we're certainly buttoning up those last few cases.
Yeah, that's a great point. Flutter is an open source project, so if there's any issues, file an issue and we can get to it. We have another question here, so thanks for the question. Is there an example app that is fully built in Material 3?
And yes, the answer is yes. So there's a couple different ones. There was a talk that just went live that is the Pesto app that we built using the Material Study. And we did a workshop as well. You can find that on our GitHub on Material Foundation. We'll make sure there's links later. Also, there's an adaptive scaffold package, which is based a lot on the reply sample. And so these are both examples of a nice, fully integrated Material.
Oh, that's fantastic. Everyone will have to definitely check that out.
Yeah, and I think, part of the exciting thing about this event is the partnership with other teams. So the fire-based team, the material team, we've got some great workshops online, so you can go check those out. We've got a bunch of other content, so don't forget to check that out as well. So with Material 3, will it change everything in my app if I'm just updating? Will I have to make more tweaks? Will it change all the colors in a drastic way? Like, will all my widgets update and everything?
Yeah, so for everything that's supported, it could be as minimal as just the background and foreground colors changing, but some widgets will be quite drastic, such as the navigation rail.
Okay, so I guess we check the sample app for more details there. That's a great resource. So we have, you want to take it?
This one just came in asking for full support in Material 3. When does Material 3 get full support? There's still a couple little things to follow up on. What do we think?
I can answer that. Migrating to Material 3 by default is a breaking change. And while we're doing so, we have to consider those who would be affected and making sure we provide a transition path for them for a migration path for an easy transition.
Fine. So this core
that is a really excellent point. And anytime we make huge changes like this in the framework, we like to make sure that we're as undisruptive as possible, so that you don't upgrade your version of Flutter and find yourself absolutely broken. And like Taha said, we like to provide migration guides and really clear transition paths to make it an easy transition.
On top of that, I would like to add that
about Material 3, but this question is actually about Material 2. So is there a plan to deprecate Material 2 support in Flutter? If so, what is the timeline?
I don't know.
Most of the widgets have been migrated to Material 3 specifications.
But I'm not seeing no background is video. I'm also seeing it in
there is
YouTube.
a plan to migrate all the existing widgets. We are quite there yet. We are almost 100% in the library, and we have to make sure that we provide an easy path to migrate.
Yeah, and I think Dart supports this pretty well. Like there's the deprecated tag, which I'm sure we'll be using, and so you'll have a clear warning on your analyzer when something is deprecated.
In fact, you can already do this with typography. It'll show you if you're using the old M2 type scale, it'll migrate you to the new one if you use your analyzer.
Yeah, which is probably just a quick tip there.
Right. As with most deprecations now, of course, we're not saying we've deprecated anything from Material 2 yet, but as with most deprecations, we do have the Dart fix tool that is available as a quick fix in your IDE that can migrate things that your analyzer finds for you, like deprecations. Or you can use the command line tool to just bulk apply fixes to your whole code base without having to individually go and find them with that quick fix menu. So, there's lots of support we like to provide when we make changes like this, and so we definitely will ensure that all of these are there, ready, and certainly well communicated and documented before we do that. But I think Material 3 by default may be the ultimate goal in the long run.
So this is all.
Yes,
you will select the delivery node. Voucher.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, this is a more general question.
So I go to Allied Constructions.
Where can I find materials to learn Flutter?
Just skip it.
Yeah, so one of the nice things about Flutter is it has a very extensive API documentation, but depending on your use case, you may find that there's code labs that are more your style. We have many examples that are in the samples repo and examples that you can download. So try to find out what you want to explore and learn and go for it. We have a material design channel. We have a Flutter dev channel, and there's a lot of content that's getting put out all the time for how to learn Flutter.
Yeah, and I'm sure if one of our later guests, Puff, who will be joining us from the Firebase team, he would probably say Stack Overflow is a great resource. So there's a lot of great resources out there. I would also say, again, for this event, there's a lot of content dropping. So check the website for Flutter Forward, all of the new content.
And certainly throughout the day, I'm sure more of it will be coming along as the day progresses.
Yeah, so Taha, this question might be a good one for you because you're an open source contributor to Flutter. So
we have to make the
how do I contribute to Flutter?
Invoice, correct. Otherwise, the money will
read
not
the
come.
contributing to Flutter guide and browse
what are
the
the
issues
reports is
and
available
pick
for the delivery
issue
note.
that you're
I can see
comfortable
what are the
fixing.
bills to be made.
If you're
That
comfortable
report is
fixing an
also
issue,
available.
you can
How
write
to
a
see it?
test,
Go to
file a
display more
PR,
reports.
and go through the process of getting a review and landing a PR.
Statement of
And
inventory.
once you get used to the process
Sales
and
bills pending.
familiar with the
You go
amount of
see it,
issues you can
you will
fix,
have the
what type of issues you can
information.
fix, it gets
Two
much
transactions
easier
has
and
done, two
easier
delivery
the
has
more you
been
do.
done, but sales bills not yet made.
Taha
What
is
is sales
actually one
bills?
of our most
Invoice
frequent
is called as
contributors in
sales
the
bills.
framework.
Good to go.
We see a lot of
Sales, invoice, both are
filing
same.
PRs all
This
of the
is sales
time.
bills
So,
pending means
I mean,
two
how
invoices
did
has
you
to
get
be
started?
raised. Okay.
I was browsing issues
Material has been sent,
and
it is,
I found
it is
this
pending,
one
it is still
issue
pending.
where
So that is why I'm
Flutter
getting in
Doctor
this
could
report.
not detect
Okay.
a new
You
version
can
of
also
Studio.
see the
And I'm one of those people who
inventory
is
books,
obsessed with
delivery
green
note
checks.
register. What are the deliveries?
Whenever I run Flutter
Not
Doctor, I
invoices,
expect
deliveries.
like everything
You
to
have
be
be very
green.
careful about this thing.
So
Because you
I
don't
just
have
copied the error
only
message
of the
and
inventory
searched
impact.
within the
You only
source
affect
code,
the inventory
and I found the source
stock
class,
position.
fixed
Okay.
the issue,
You go to delivery
and I
note
wanted to write
register.
tests because I knew that
There are two
while reading the
deliveries
contribution guide,
Just click this.
I needed
then you will
tests
see
to
that
land
what are
this
the
PR.
deliveries that happen.
So I read the existing test.
Good to go.
And I found one easy test that
Programmable
is
cement is
almost
delivered,
at the
okay.
same.
So what
and
is the
I duplicated
key
that
to
and
see it in
tweaked
the
the version of
detailed
Studio
manner? It is
just to
not
test the new version of
F5.
Studio.
If you put
And
Alt F5, then
after
you
it
will
landed,
know
I
that
realized
to which customer it
a lot
is
of people would be having
sent.
green checks.
In our case, it is sent constructions.
And it was quite a satisfying
Okay.
experience for me.
Let me
So I
tell
decided
you
to
the
continue
reports,
contributing to
the
the
key
Flutter
two
ecosystem.
reports which is related to
We really appreciate it
delivery
too.
note.
And
So what is
there's
the
something that you mentioned that I
delivery
think
note register?
most folks
Delivery note register
end
will
up
tell
asking
you
us about
what are the
when you
deliveries has
start
happened.
contributing.
The next one is
You know,
the
whenever you contribute to the
sales
Flutter
pending
framework
bill.
tests
Sales-
or something
sales
that
bill
are
pending.
required
Sales
for
bill pending.
nearly
Like I said,
every change we
material
make
is
in the
delivered but
framework.
not
And you
invoiced.
mentioned looking at
So first
existing
report you will
tests
see
as a
delivery
wonderful
note register,
guide in learning
display
how do I
more
test this code, how do
reports,
I actually
come to inventory books,
write tests for the change that I'm making,
delivery
and
note
that is
register.
definitely a pro tip.
Yeah,
So
I can
month-wise,
add a little
the
more
number
to
of
that.
deliveries happened.
Whenever the
displayed.
new contributors
So
start
here
contributing, they've just fixed
This
the issue.
report,
They
you
don't
can
think
see that
about
what is
writing the
being
test.
delivered. Quorum
And
delivered.
I sometimes comment, like, can you please write a test for this PR?
The same day, the
One of
second
the easiest way
lot is for
to write a test for a
10
PR
bucks. So if you want to
is
see
looking
the
into existing tests.
detail,
And
just
if you
Alt
get
F5.
lost, if you don't
Alt
find
F5
any
tell you the
relevant
correct
tests that are
construction.
matching your
Who is
fix,
the,
you can look into
customer?
other contributors'
To whom the
work,
delivery has been
what kind of test
made.
they are
Okay.
writing. And
Escape. The
it will
next
give you
report is
a lot of information to
sales
get
will
started
pending.
in the
So
beginning
that is
when
available
you're
in the
contributing to
statement
Flutter.
of inventory.
And once you get started writing tests, it becomes a habit. And as you get
Guys, I'm sorry that there was on video was running in the background as you suggested. Now only I have noticed that. I'll just recap what I have covered. No, quickly I will recap it. Okay, don't worry, you will not miss it. Yeah, see, the point which I was covering is a delivery note, which is kind of a transaction type in Tally. So which is used when you have only sent the material to the customer, but you will not bill it, you will not invoice it for some reasons. So the reason could be that the customer wants bill for more than one deliveries at a stage, or sometimes customer may not accept it and he will return it after the confirmation only. we'll be raising an invoice. Okay, in those scenarios, this delivery note is useful. As I told you, the delivery note will have only the inventory impact. It will have only the inventory impact, not the accounting impact. What do you mean by inventory impact? It will only affect the stock. It will only decrease the stock, but it will not increase the accounts receivable, or it will not affect the payment to be received from the customer. Okay, so what happens normally when you do a sales, my inventory is getting reduced and the customer is also need to pay amount, correct? It is also debit the customer account. Fine. So in this delivery note, it will only affect the stock. Okay, so let's see it one by one, how to make a delivery note. Go to vouchers. So I made some 2 delivery notes. I'll delete it. Okay. Fine. So come to vouchers, press delivery note. If the delivery note is not available in this side right hand side button, press other vouchers, press delivery note. Very first time if you enter delivery note, it will ask, do you want to activate it? You have to say yes, you have to activate it. Fine. So here I am delivering cement to the customer. The customer is Allied Constructions. The ledger is sales of cements. The name of the item is Coromandel cement, and this is the number which is used for tracking between one delivery note and the sales invoice. Sales invoice we are going to put later. So the tracking number is 1. There is no order number, so I say not applicable. Then in the quantity I say 25 bags at the rate of 600. Enter here. Yes, okay. So one delivery note has been raised. I'll make another delivery note also. Okay. So further to the same customer, Allied Constructions. Ctrl+A to shortcut save the current screen. The ledger is sales of cements. Name of the item is Coromandel cement. The delivery note number is number 2. There is no order number, and the quantity is 10. End of list. Enter. So now 2 delivery note has been raised. Now come and see the stocks summary for the impact. How to go to the stock summary? From the gateway of tally or from the go to option. Stock summary. So the total bag available is 65 because 100 I purchased and 25 and 10 in 2 slots the material has been delivered. So press F1, see opening balance, goods inwards and goods outwards. Are you able to see now? Coromandel cement. Enter it here. Enter. Now you know it. Coromandel cement, 100 bags purchased and 20 bags gone out using the delivery note voucher. So the available bag is 65. Good to go? Fine. So related to delivery note, there are 2 important reports available in Tally. See, the one is what are all the delivery notes happened for the particular period. So this is available in display more reports. Then come to inventory books. Then come to delivery note register. Here the number of delivery notes entered for the particular period is available here. For April there are 2 delivery notes. I enter here. 2 delivery notes is available. Okay. So one is for 25 bags, the other one is for 10 bags. Okay. So if you see it in the detailed mode, you will be able to see to which customer the material has been sent. So the customer name is Allied Construction and the material sent is Coromandel cement bag. Okay. I just go inside. You just observe what are the things is available. So one is a party name. The next one is a sales ledger. The next one is a Coromandel cement for 25 bags with the tracking number of 1. Okay. How do you see the tracking number? You can see from the display mode. Press, what is the shortcut key to see the voucher in the display mode? Alt enter. Okay. Then press Alt F5 for details. So this will give you the idea about the information available in the voucher in a single screen. Okay, this is for the viewing purpose. Party, error construction, delivery note is the transaction type, the date, the bag which is sent is what? Core cement. The tracking number is 1. Good to go? Fine. So other important report is, I have sent the material, but in my software I should know, no, these are the materials to be billed. It is waiting for the bill, or the bill pending is bill pending report. I need to know it. Otherwise, I will not know, no, because unless and until I make a sales invoice, I will not know this amount is to be received from the customer. Good to go. So that report is also available here. So that report is called sales bills pending report. So how to go to the sales bills pending report? Statement of inventory, sales bills pending. Enter it here. So this I will know that what are the sales bill is pending. So I have sent 2 delivery notes. So for the 2 delivery note, the bill is pending. Just read this message: goods delivered but bills not paid. That is, invoice is not made. The report is called sales bill pending. Okay. You don't need to remember where the particular sales bill pending menu is available. So you can have the option, go to Alt G, just type sales bills pending. Anywhere, from anywhere in Tally, you can go to the particular report. Good to go? Fine. So, and if I go and see the report of ledger vouchers report of Elite Construction, there will not be any amount, because it is only the inventory informations, delivery note. So it will not have an accounting impact. Let's go and see it, how it looks. Display, accounts books, ledger, Elite Constructions. I don't have any impact in it. Fine. Then, now the situation is, I have sent two delivery note. The customer is, this ABC Limited customer is calling and say that, sir, you can raise an invoice. Okay. Now we are going to raise an invoice for the deliveries which we have made. So how to raise an invoice? Alt A. So the voucher type is what? Sales, F8 sales. F8 sales. The customer is Elite Constructions. Once I choose Elite Construction, what happens? I'm getting displayed of 2 numbers, 2 tracking numbers of which the delivery has been done. It automatically shows it. So what I do, I choose 1. For example sake, I choose just 1. Enter here. So the very first delivery note information that automatically comes and fill up my sales invoices. So how it happens? After choosing Elite Construction, the pending delivery note is getting displayed. I choose 1. The first delivery note information is automatically picked up. Okay, then I also save the invoices. Now the amount become receivable. The amount is debited in the customer ledger. Now it become my asset receivable. Okay, now he has to make me amount. So now only the account balance is impacted. Previously only the stock balance got impacted. Okay. So the key point is, you have to choose the tracking number as soon as you selected the party while you are entering the sales figure. Good to go? Fine? Yeah. Now let's see how the reports is reflecting. Display, inventory books, delivery note register. I'll have all the delivery note register because this is nothing to do with the pending pending sales bills. So if I go to statement of inventory, go to sales bills pending, that 25 bags is gone out because I have tracked it and I have raised the invoice. So only now 10 bags allowed to be billed. Material is said it's allowed to be billed. Okay. Escape. Now I am creating a sales invoice. I am choosing a party, Elite Constructions. So only second is getting listed because first one is just been entered. Number 2, Control A, Coromandel Cement, enter. That's it. So now I am linking the sales invoice and the delivery note number. So this delivery note, otherwise it is called as a delivery challan, DC. In a normal term, we will call it as a delivery challan, DC. So any material which goes out of the company, mostly it goes out with the DC or the sales invoice. Okay. So this is the flow. The same way we can do it for the purchase also. Can we see it for the purchase? Yeah. See, to sending it is called as a delivery note. For purchase it is the ulta, receipt note. Or otherwise it is called as a GRN, goods receipt note. In company settle the GRN term is used. In Tally it is called as a receipt note, just a receipt note. Or otherwise it is called, as I said, GRN, goods receipt note. Okay. So now vouchers, I'm entering the vouchers. So the receipt note, the voucher is available in the other vouchers. If it is not available, what you have to do? You have to enter show inactive, enter receipt note, Alt F9. For the very first time, it will ask activate now, give yes, the receipt note is activated. Which means that I am just receiving the material but not the purchase invoice. Okay, which means what? Accounting will not have any impact. So example, from the Coromandel Cement, I am purchasing a cements, purchase of cements, I am purchasing a cements with the tracking number of, I can give any tracking number. Say example, DC1, that is my purchase DC number, or otherwise to make it simple, I'll say that C1. Okay, this is my number and there is no order number. I'm receiving 200 quantity. Enter, end of list. So 200 material has come to my godown. I just put page up to see the previous voucher and I will request you to observe these entries. Party, purchase ledger, name of the item, then the tracking number. The tracking number I give C1. I can give any number. Okay, it's not something that I have to give the system number. I can give any number. You just observe this. Entered. So what happens? Once we done this, my stock raised. My stock information is stock quantity for the cement is raised, increased. Stock summary, Coromandel 200. It is got increased. But if I go and see my accounting ledger, let me show the stock summary once again. EF12. Show opening balance, inwards, outwards. Coromandel Cement. Are you able to see it? I purchased it. And this is spent. And 200 is inward. Only I received the receipt note, not the purchase invoice. So purchase bill pending. It shows us purchase bill pending. Okay. My stock summary is increased. If I go and see the Coromandel ledger, the material will just come inside 200 or some bags which will not have an accounting entry. We will just see that. Display, accounts book, ledger, Coromandel Cement. This is for the very first purchase which we have done it. We also done other purchase which is not reflecting here. Okay, because we just entered the receipt note, RN or GRN. The expansion for GRN is goods receipt note. So what are the related reports available for this type of entry? Display more reports, inventory books, receipt note register. Are you able to see it? Receipt note register. If you go to receipt note register, the number of receipt note available here, just enter. So this is the information about the goods inward without the purchase invoice. So Alt F5 to see the supplier name. So here the supplier name is Coromandel Limited. Okay, good. So next is, if I press, I'm just making a purchase invoice. V, shortcut key, V is the shortcut key to go to the purchase vouchers from the gateway of Tally. So to make purchase invoice, what is the shortcut key? F9, or otherwise you click right hand side here, purchase. F9, then choose the party name, supplier, then the tracking number is available here. Are you able to see it? The tracking number C1. I just click it. What happens? Whatever the material received on the particular tracking number, which is C1, it automatically gets filled up in my voucher. If you press Ctrl A, you will be able to see it. Are you able to see it? Coromandel, automatically the value gets picked up, 200 bucks. I didn't manually do it, it automatically gets picked up. Let me show one more time. I have come mode, vouchers, purchase, select party, Coromandel Cements. Choose the tracking number, which is C1, enter, Ctrl A, then purchase of cements, the value automatically gets picked up. Good to go? Enter here, Ctrl A. So this is how my purchase is linked with the received transaction. So let me show you one. Let me show the voucher just we have entered, page up, or otherwise I'll show it in the display mode. Display daybook. This is the purchase. No, this is the purchase. I press Alt Enter to show it in the display mode. I press Alt F5 for the detailed information. Here you are able to see it. This is the purchase voucher. The tracking number is C1. The C1 is same tracking number is used for the purchase, receipt note also. Good to go? Fine. So this is how the tracking numbers is used to track the materials just sent or received without the invoice, without the purchase or sales invoice. Okay? Fine. Next we will see one important aspect in inventory, which is called batches. Okay, so in some of the industry or some of the products, the batches is maintained. What is batches? Where do you heard this term, batches? In pharmaceutical, no? In pharmaceutical, when you buy a medicine, it comes in batches. Correct. So they will show the batches because it is very sensitive in the particular industry. That will have an expiry date, that will have a manufacturing date. Expired products should not be sold. Even in the FMCG product, fast moving consumer goods products, on eatables, food and beverages, these batches will come. In biscuits, in shampoo or soap, there will be some expiry date will be there. Beyond the time it shouldn't be used. Correct. So in those categories, how we can maintain a tally? That is through batches. Okay. Let's create an example, and this is one example I gave. The other thing is wherever there is a serial number or some tracking of number for a particular product, particular stock item which is required, in those cases also batch number is used. See, for example, when you buy a mobile number, all mobile numbers are tracked by which number? IMEI number, no? IMEI or IMEI number. Okay, see, for example, if you buy some TV, so TV will have a serial number. Why the serial number is important? Because something happens after a particular time or some service is required, the TV serial number is important to check the particular TV is under warranty or not. Good to go? So let me repeat once again, whenever there is a product which requires a unique number to identify the product and also to track the product in a later stage for a warranty, for expiry, for a particular batch production, it is required. So I'll give you one example. One of my client is a tire manufacturer. So the tire manufactured in batches. Each batches some 100, 200 tires are manufactured, and each tire they will maintain a number. They will print a number, and the same number is captured in tally also. The purpose is over a period of time, if something happens, okay, with the tire, what will happen? The customer will tell that the tire is not functioning well. In those cases, they need to identify that from which batch it is given to give a warranty or exchange or to give a report or give a solution. Are you able to get it? The purpose of batch. Okay. Now we will see that. Now we will make one entry. We will create one product for with the batch. So create stock item. First I need to activate batch. I go to F11, show more details, yes, okay, it is not F12, it is F11. So F12 features is to change the configuration of the current screen, okay. F11 is the feature, this is something you are learning now, is to change the configuration in the company data, okay. I am going to use a batch, so I say that yes. Please note that these are all options available in Tally. It's not necessary that you have to use all the options. Hope you will understand it. See, if the business or the particular scenario requires a batch, then only you have to use it. Since it's available, don't put batches, don't put tracking numbers and order numbers. Okay. But as a student, you get familiar with it because you will not know what kind of accounts you will be maintaining it in the future. And for your academic purpose, you should know all these options. Good to go? I give yes batches. Control A. Item, let's say that, I'll give some medicine, okay. Paracetamol. I'll give some spellings. 800 ml something, okay. Then again F12. Numbers, okay. Here it is asking, you want to maintain a batch or not? Numbers, I want to maintain a batch, yes. And you want to track data of the manufacturer, yes, I say yes. Fine. So this is how I create my stock item. The very first is I went to F1, which is a company feature, which is something new learning for you today. Then I chose maintain batches, maintain expiry of that batches. I said yes. Control A. Come here, maintain in batches, yes. Track data manufacturing and use expiry date, yes. See, in this case I need all the three because I'm handling a medicinal thing. So I need a date of tracking, manufacturing date is also required, expiry date is also required, okay. In some cases expiry dates may not be requiring. See, for example, mobile data expiry date is not required, but I need to know the batch, for which batch I'm using it, because to track the warranty period validity and all, okay. I give yes. So now I do a purchase, F9, cash purchase. Then I choose the ledger, purchase of medicines, purchase ledger, it's a goods, Control A. I choose paracetamol 800 ml and it's asking batch. Good to go? As soon as I choose the stock item, it is asking which batch to be picked up, okay. I give the batch number. So the batch number is what is printed in the medicine box, no? So for example, I said that BAT0103 some number, then not applicable, godown is main location, and it's asking the manufacturing date, okay. 1 minute, yeah. So the tracking number, sorry, this is the tracking number, this is not a batch number, please note that. List of tracking numbers, I say not applicable. List of orders not applicable. Here only the batch number comes. Okay. New number, BAT 0105. So just for an example. Then quantity I give 10. Rates some 5 rupees, like that I give. And this is the manufacturing date. I can give any manufacturing date. I can say 1.3.22. And the expiry is, say example, it has a validity of 1 year. I say 1.3.24. Then end of list. Enter. Save the voucher type. So I go up to see the previous screen. Let me show you one more time. Cash. Purchase of medicines. Medicine paracetamol. This is list of tracking numbers. I'm not tracking the the deliveries. So again, I give not applicable. List of orders I give not applicable. Main locations. The batch number I give BAT 0105. 10 numbers. Okay, enter. Then the manufacturing date, it is March 2022. The expiry is 1st of March 21. Say it has assume it has a 2-year validity. Enter. Fine. So I'll make one more entry for the same paracetamol. Cash, I purchased in cash. The purchase ledger is purchase of medicine. The medicine name is again paracetamol. List of tracking numbers not applicable. List of orders not applicable. Godown is main location. Here the new batch. It's not the same batch, it's a different batch. I say BAT 77. This is the batch number. The quantity I'm buying is 10. And this has a different date for 2nd April. It can be anything. I say that 2nd April 24. Expiry date. Enter. Good to go. So I show the voucher one more time. Alt enter to see it in the display mode. Alt F5 to see in the detailed mode. So here you're able to see the information. So paracetamol, batch number is BAT77, manufacturing is 2nd April, the expiry date is 2nd April 2024. Okay. So at the time of billing, how the data responds, let's see it. Billing means invoicing. F8 is sales. I'm doing cash sales. Again cash sales. Sales ledger is sales of medicine. How I'm quickly doing create the ledger from the transaction. It is a secondary creation. Alt C. We have seen in the very first class. Good to go. Sales of medicine. Sales accounts. Applicable. Type of supply is goods. Okay. I choose paracetamol. So list of tracking numbers no. Order number no. Batch number it will ask. Main location it will ask the batch number. Here I have to choose the batch number. Which batch? From which batch number I am picking up the medicine. Okay. So in this case I am picking up I need 15 numbers. So what I do, I select from the first batch I am selecting 10 numbers. And the second batch not applicable. List of orders not applicable. From the second batch I am selecting another 5 numbers. Okay, rate and all I forgot enter. Let me enter the rates. Say 6 rupees. 6 rupees, enter, end of list. Enter, yes. Okay, let's see in the display mode for the better clarity. Alt enter, Alt F5 for the detail. So totally how many medicines I have purchased? 15 items, 15 medicine has been purchased, and 10 from the batch BAT0105 and 5 from the batch BAT77. And this is the manufacturing date of first batch and this is the manufacturing date of second batch. Okay, you just observe the screen and try to understand. Good to go? Fine. Now we'll see some of the reports related to batches. Okay. Display more reports. Inventory books. Batch. Here you choose the item paracetamol, that is a medicine, and which batch information you want to know. So I want to know the first batch information, BAT0105. I give here. So it is sold, correct? Yeah. I'll change the period. Yeah. From second I have purchased 10, and in the second same April I sold 10. Which medicine? This medicine, and this is the batch name. This is the data. Okay, this is the data for the particular batch name. Let's say that another batch. If I give escape, I'll be brought to previous screen. I chose the batch BAT77. Enter it here. Choose the period 1.4 to 1.7. So I purchased 10, 5 sold, and remaining 5 is available. Okay, so this is called as a batch report. How did I go to the batch report? Let me tell you one more time. Display more reports, inventory books, batch. Choose the stock item, paracetamol, and choose the batch name. Good to go? The other way is you can also see the batch from the stock summary. Stock summary, press Alt F5. Let me tell you, stock summary, press Alt F5 for the detailed mode. Are you able to see it? Batch 77 main locations. And you can also choose opening balance and closing balance. Are you able to see? Good to go? Fine. So you can also see the batch details in the stock summary. Fine. Display inventory. One minute, let me just batch summary report. Okay. So this is the batch summary report. How much I purchased for the particular stock item. Fine. There will be another report. Just a minute. Just choosing one more report which is important. Good to go. So this is how batch report is. Batch is maintained and batch report is seen. Okay. Display inventory books, batches. This is the report. Okay. Good. Here you can see the expiry batches. This is what I was searching. Expired batches. There is no batches expired, so that's why I'm getting this information. Say example, I want to change the data to 24. This 1.7.24. So I was looking at where the exception report, expiry batch report will come. So I'll show you. You click exception reports. In this you have a expired batches reports. Now the date is 30 June 24. In our examples, we purchased 2 medicines in 2 different batches. Sorry, 1 medicine from 2 different batches. Each, both the batches will had the expiry date of April 2024. Correct. So I'm just to check the report is working or not. I'm just changing the to date to 1st of July. Which means that what? It is beyond 1st of July 2024, which is beyond April 2024. So I need to get this expired batch information. If I click here, I get this information. Are you able to see it? So this is the expired batch report summary. This batch 77, no, at the date of 1/4/2044, it is expired. So how did I know it is expired? Through this expired batch summary report. The information we have provided at the time of purchase. At the time of purchase, we have given manufacture date and also we gave a expired report. So you may see that why this expired batch report is required for 2 reasons. You can anticipate what are the materials will be expired in the coming months, so that you can sell it in upfront. You can give it a discount or you can move it. The other thing is, if it's not saleable, okay, you cannot have that medicine. No, you should destroy that medicine, or you have to return it to the supplier, so they will take care of it. You cannot sell the expired product as per the Indian law. Good to go. So the lessons what we need to know using batches. You can track the individual stocks with the serial number as a batch number, or the products which has a expiry periods. Okay, good. Fine. Now we will see one interesting aspects of bill-wise details. Bill-wise details or bill-wise reference. It is called bill-wise details. Okay. So now we have seen enough about tracking numbers, order numbers, batches and all. Now we will see bill-wise details. What is this bill-wise details means? Okay. So I make sales. I receive money. Okay. I want to know that how much money is spending for how many days. So that is one reason. How much money is spending for how many days. The reverse is also is required. How much money I owe. That is a company owes to the supplier. Okay. So for this management, it is called as a outstanding management. Otherwise OOS management. Outstanding management. This is one of the key area of any accounting department. So otherwise it is called as AR or AP. Accounts receivables or accounts payables. Okay. So why this is required? Because then only we know that to plan our cash flow, to plan our working capital. See, normally not all businesses happens on a cash. What is a cash business? If you take a bakery or a tea shop, it is all cash business. We pay cash and we buy product. So all the products are mostly given in the cash. But the business to businesses, or even in some other business, even in cash and all, they'll give a credits. Credit means what? They give a product or do a services, take the payment later. So that is called as a credit business. In all the credit business, this outstanding management is very, very important. Okay, because it's not easy that to collect the payment or to track the payment. So for that purpose, Tally has come out with a beautiful option called bill-wise details. Okay, let me give you an example. I'll close this company for a easier understanding. I'll create a new company and I'll explain to you. Alt F1 to shut the company. So I create a company. Billabong. Just some example. Billabong Limited. To explain this outstanding management. Okay. Control it. Fine. I do a sales. F8. The party is Dravid Corporations. So party means sundry datas. Okay. So this maintain bill details comes. I say no. Then I do sales. Okay, so sales, I make an entry in the voucher mode as voucher. So I make a sale of 10,000 rupees, which is under sales account. Credit sales, or otherwise I say that mobile sales. I am giving it a credit. Mobile sales under sales account. Control it. 10,000 I am selling it. Okay. And the same Dravid is buying one more mobile in a different date. So I go to the party ledger, display accounts, ledger, Dravid Corporations. So how to add one more cell? Alt A. Dravid Corporation. And now the value is 15,000 rupees. I put 15,000 rupees mobile sales. Enter here. Okay. So 10,000 and 15,000. Got it? Fine. Now Dravid pays me 8,000 rupees. Alt C. Pays means Dravid Corporation pays means what? For the company it is a receipt. Correct? So I put Alt A. F6 receipt. The amount I am getting it in cash from the Dravid Corporation. How much he is paying? 8,000 rupees. 8,000 rupees is paying. Enter. So my ledger shows this value 10,000, 15,000, and he pays 8,000 rupees, and the total balance, the total amount to be received is what? 17,000 rupees. Okay. So in this information I can only know that what is the total pending amount. The total pending amount is 17,000, but I will not know. Say example, this voucher is in 1st of May, and this cash is I am receiving at 1st of June. Okay. So I change the period from 1st of April to 1st of July. So this is the thing. So first understand the transaction, 3 sample transaction. 1st of April, 10,000 sold. 1st of May, 15,000 sold. And 1st of June, 8,000 received as a cash. So the total pending is 7,000 rupees. Okay. See, normally what I said, no, to Dravid Corporation, your credit period is 15 days. Your credit period is 15 days. You have to make a payment within 15 days. Otherwise, what I have to do? I have to follow up the Dravid Corporation for the payment. So in this case, no, I will not know for how many days the payment is pending. I can manually calculate it, I can put it in Excel and calculate, but I will not know how many days my payment is pending. Okay. See, if you take that 1st of June, we got 8,000 rupees. The remaining 17,000 is pending for how many days? I will not know, because I have not activated a outstanding management key feature in Tally, which is bill wise details. If I activate that bill wise details, I can just track it. This 8,000 is for which bill? This 8,000 may be for this bill or that bill. Okay. And I can also know how many days the bill is pending. Okay. Let's see that. The same entry, we will do it in a, we will change and we will do it in a different way. Okay. Go to mobile sales. Choose Dravid Corporation. Here there is an option called maintain balances bill by bill. Okay. Once I make an entry, then you will know that the true meaning of maintain balance one by one. So I give the option yes. Control A. So 10,000 rupees is my sales, and I am giving a reference for this bill number. So I take the default reference number, which is 1. My bill number is 1. That is invoice number is 1. I give the same number. Okay. I am just modifying the entry. The second sales, I am giving the reference number 2. Okay. Good to go. Fine. Now at the time of receipts, 8,000 rupees. Once I receive the 8,000 rupees, okay, I have to adjust this 8,000 rupees for which bill? Let me repeat it. I have given references for each bill, that is 1 and 2 I have given, At the time of received, this receipt is for which bill I have to against it. That information I have to give. Enter, then it will ask. Method of adjustment. I have to say against reference. Click here for which bill. Now I say that 10,000. I am adjusting with the first bill 10,000. Are you able to see it? The first bill I am adjusting. Enter, save. Okay, so you might have, sir, now also I am getting the same message. I am not seeing the pending days. Okay, so there is an option, new option have come here, bill wise details. If you press this F5, then you will know. Let me show it from the ledger screen. If you press F5, bill wise details. If you press F5, you will know it. There are two bills. The amount 10,000 rupees has to be paid, on which 8,000 rupees is paid. The pending amount for the first bill is what? 2,000 rupees. It is pending for 91 days. Why it is show 91 days? Because my due date is 1st of July. Okay, my due date is 1st of July. So that's why it's showing 91 days. The second bill is pending for how many days? 61 days. So this information is crucial for any company who is dealing the business with credit. Okay, credit means what? It is not purchased or transaction through cash or bank on the same day. They make the payment later. So mostly in businesses, credit happens. Even in our petty shop or otherwise normal natar kada, some maliga store, no, grocery stores, no, nearby stores, they provide credit. At the end of the month, they note that it's not with the supermarket and all, but in our family shops, no, they provide credit, no, yeah. So in those cases, this bill-based details is very much used. Good to go. So what are the things you have to do? The first is you have to activate bill-wise details for the customer. Okay, it's available here. Maintain balance, bill by bill. Good to go. Maintain balance, bill by bill. Yes. Then at the time of raising an invoice or any transaction, you give a references, new references. You give one. This is a reference number. No, since it is a sales, I am using the same number. If it is for some other transaction, you can use the same number, or you can give the other number also, which is used to track the amount. Okay. Enter. Then the same way, if you are receiving that amount, you will adjust it. You will not put new reference, you will put against reference. Enter. So how to see the pending bills with the aging, with the dates? Aging means number of days, how many days it is pending. F5. Are you able to see? 91, 61. Okay. Shall we do one more invoice? F5. Now the party is something different. Okay, say example Kumar and Co. Sunday datas, I have to see maintain bill wise, yes. Enter. So I make an entry in control voucher as voucher mode. Just for the simplicity's sake, you can also do it in the accounting invoice or an item invoice. 6,000 is the amount, new reference, sale amount. The value of the new reference is 3. I've chosen the same invoice number. Enter it here. And in credit ledger, I use mobile sales. Enter here. Okay. Fine. So if you want to see what is the total outstanding and how many days it is pending. How to see it? Go to display more reports, statement of accounts, outstanding. Then you will see the receivables. What is my total receivable for the company? If I click it, I will know it. Are you able to see it? From Dravid Corporation, I have 2 bills is pending. From Kumar and Co, I have 1 bill is pending. Kumar and Co, the overdue days is 0. Because the data entry date is 1st of June. Okay, so overdue, it is not overdue. See, in these cases, it is overdue. Same day it is overdue. Okay, so the 61 days it is overdue. The second bill is 31 days is overdue. Kumar and Co, it is 0. And we have some option called aging method in Tally, which is used to classify the pending receivables in particular brackets, in a particular set. For example, I can say aging by bill date, 30 days how many bills is pending, 60 days how many bills is pending, 90 days how many bills is pending. I can see it in this bracket. Are you able to see? My total pending amount is 23,000. Less than 30 days, how many bills is pending? For amount, 6,000 rupees worth of amount is pending, less than 30 days. 30 to 60 days, it is 15,000. And 60 to 90 days, it is 2,000. Good to go? So this is called as an aging method in Tally. And it's available in all other softwares also. And Tally is one of the key features this outstanding management. Okay, escape receivables. Here you can see the aging method. Aging by due date, I'll tell you after a while. Aging by bill date, I can give you any period. So some businesses will work on 15 days. So they want to track it. Every 15 days they want to know the information. They can track it. So this will give me the overall outstanding. Less than 15 days, 15 days to 30 days, how much bill is pending, 30 to 40 days, and greater than 40 days. Good to go? Are you able to understand? So this is called as a outstanding receivables. Okay. So this receivables you can show for particular ledger, and you can see for one group also. So I want to see for only one particular ledger. Say example Dravid Corporation, you can see it. And for Dravid Corporation also you can use a aging method, F6 by bill date. Right hand side you are able to see the button, no? Aging method. Aging by bill date. Enter, Control A. Good to go? Fine. So next is through group. For one particular group you can choose it. So in case I say that sundry datas. For sundry datas, what is the pending? So this is the pending. 17,000 is pending from the Dravid Corporation, and Kumar and Co, it is 6,000 is pending. This gives me a consolidated value. Are you able to see the difference? The previous one will give me the bill to bill information. Even two bills is applicable for is available for Dravid corporations. All the two bills gets displayed. This option, which option? This group option will give me the consolidated value. Group sundry datas. Consolidated total bill amount pending for Dravid Corporation is 17,000. Kumar and Co is 60. Here also I can apply my aging. Press F6, aging by bill date, Control A. So this will give me the pending bills for the particular days, number of days. Total bill pending is 23,000. Less than 15 days. Less than 15 days bills is 6,000. 15 to 30 there is no. 30 to 40 some amount. And likewise the amount is showing. Okay. So this is called as the aging method. Good to go? Fine. So in the receivable there is one more. There are 2-3 options available. I'll show you. So if you put F12, there are options available. You can see the opening amount. What is the initial amount at the time of bill references? I put Control A. Just let me explain it to you. This bill total amount is 10,000 rupees, in which 2,000 is received. Sorry, 8,000 is received. Now the pending is 2,000 amount. So total amount is 10,000, 8,000 is received, the pending is 2,000. I can see it in the detail mode also. What is the shortcut key for the detail mode? Alt F5. Are you able to see it? Try to understand this entry. Total amount is 10,000 rupees, 8,000 rupees is received. So the current pending is 2000 rupees. It is to calculate the aging, calculate number of days, for how much days it is pending, so that accordingly I will follow up or send person to collect the money. Okay. The other option is ledger wise, bill wise. So now it is coming in a one by one line altogether. If you put ledger wise details, it comes in this fashion. Are you able to see it? The total amount of Dravid operations and its total. Are you able to see it in its total? Then Kumar & Co. and its totals. The option is here, bill wise or ledger wise. So only the appearance changes. Depends on the report which we want, we will choose the appropriate options, bill wise or ledger wise. I just want you to observe the screen, how the records is appearing for your understanding for next 30 seconds. Fine. This bills, bills is not only for the receivable. Receivables means the collection is pending. No, it's also for the payment pending, which is for the payables also. The bill, this outstanding bills tracking is important. Okay. Let me show you an outstanding for the purchase. So I'm purchasing from a vendor. Okay, that means the company purchasing from the vendor. Say example Samsung Limited. Okay, Sunray Creditor. I give yes, bill wise I give yes. I can also give a default credit period. Which means that there will be some standard credit period a company avails to the customer. For example, Samsung might give me 30 days period. That is, whatever I purchase, I have to make the payment within 30 days. If it is beyond 30 days, then it becomes overdue. Okay. So I'll give an example. This is applicable for the receivable also. I'm just illustrating using the payables. Okay. 30 days is the credit period. Enter. Samsung, I'm buying a material worth of 1 lakh. So the new reference is my purchase voucher number. So in this case, I'm entering some new number, PUR 001, which is assume that it is a supplier invoice number, and it give me a 30 days credit. So my purchase date is 1st of June and Samsung gives me 30 days credit, which means that till that time I don't need to make a payment. Enter. Then purchase ledger, purchase of mobiles, purchase accounts, not applicable. Enter 10,000. Sorry, 1 lakh. I put page up, you just understand what are the information I given. Usually I choose the credit ledger and the amount. Here I am giving additional information to track for which amount the payment is made or new references generated. So I put new references, some number. Here I use, usually here the number which is used in the purchase is a supplier invoice number. So when a supplier gives me some invoice, there will be some number, no? That invoice number I will have it here, and I give the credit period 30 days. Why I have to give the credit period? To track that my payment is overdue or I'm supposed to pay that amount. Okay. So 30 days, 1 lakh. So now let's go and see the payable reports. How to go to see the payables report? Display, more reports, statement of accounts, outstanding, payables also an outstanding, receivables also an outstanding. I choose payables. Now my date is 1st of April. There is no overdue because I have a credit. It is only due on 1st of July. Just pay attention and understand this line. 1st June is the bill date and my due date is 1st July. Where I have mentioned it? I have mentioned it at the time of entry. Are you able to see it? 30 days. This 30 days is also automatically picked up from the master. Which master? Ledger master, which is Samsung Limited. I have entered here. Are you able to see it? 30 days. So I give escape, I come to this report, which is payable. It is due on 1st of July. Imagine I'm changing the date to 1st of August. How the report behaves. Let's see it. So how to change the report period? Alt F2, 1st of April to 1st of August. Are you able to see it? 1st of August. I change the period to 1st of August. Now the bill become overdue. Overdue for how many days? 31 days it is overdue. I was supposed to pay it. It is 31 days for it has not been paid. So it gives me an indication that to give a priority, to make my payment plan, to arrange a cash or fund. Okay. So this is a reason that this outstanding management is used or implemented. I can also put a aging. What is aging? The duration, how many days the bills to be paid in a different buckets. Aging by due date. 15 days, 30 days. Are you able to see it? It's by due date, not by the bill date. So 30 to 45 days because my overall overdue days are how much? 31. So this comes in this date. 30 to 45 days because I put the aging by the due date. Okay. Suppose if I put the aging by the bill date, so it takes the value from 1st of June. So now it becomes 45 days because now my date is 1st of August. So it is more than 45 days. So 1st of August minus 1st of June, how many months? 2 months comes. It becomes more than 45 days. But it is only due on 1st of July. So if I change the period or otherwise aging method by due date, it is 30 to 40 days. I hope you are getting this point. I can see the aging either by bill date or either by due date. What is the due date? The due date is the grace period, the credit period extended by the supplier. Okay. In case of customer, it's a credit period extended by the company. So is allowing till such time you don't need to pay. You have a credit, you can enjoy it. Okay. So this is how the business also works. Not all the business works on the cash mode. They give credits. Good to go? Escape. So what are the reports available for that outstanding, receivables, payables? You can see by ledger, you can see by the group. Okay. So Sunday data and ledger wise also you can see. Enter here. Yeah. Ledger wise also you can see. The group wise and ledger wise you can see. So this is one of the important key feature in Tally. Okay. Fine. Now let's see another important feature in Tally, point of sales. Okay, what do you mean by point of sale? Quick billing, no, that is called as a point of sales. Instead of selecting many ledgers, you can quickly make an entry, that is called as a point of sales. So how to create a point of sale entry is in Tally, let's see it. I create one new voucher called point of sale. So it's a new concept I'm introducing. Voucher type. Okay. Voucher type. Point of sales. Which is under sales. Enter here. We come here, there is an option use for POS invoicing. Use for POS invoicing. You give yes. Okay. Then message to be printed. I say welcome. Visit again. I'll show you later where it is entered. Type is invoice, tax invoice. Enter. Okay. Q escape. Let me go. Let me tell you one more time how to create a point of sale voucher. Once I show the point of sale voucher, then I will explain to you how to create a voucher one more time, so that you have an idea that how it looks. Voucher, press F8. There are 2 sales voucher is available. So I'm choosing point of sales. Okay. Select the party, or otherwise cash also you can select. This is cash. Cash is already there. 1 minute. Not applicable. Sales ledger, mobile sales. Item is not there. I am creating an item. iPhone 14, because it's a new company. I'm working on a different company. It's not a old company. Then the unit is numbers. And the standard rate is, I'm giving some standard rate as 14,000. Oh, sorry, 1,40,000. So immediately automatically picks up the value 1,40,000. Enter cash. I give cash. Are you able to see it? Cash. Then I give 1,50,000 is given. Then balance is also shown. 15 lakhs. 1,50,000. The balance is also shown here. So this is called as a point of sale. The printout comes in a very different format. I'll show you right away. Enter. If you take a preview, you'll be able to see it. Are you seeing it? The printout is entirely different. It is not an A4 size or A5 size. It is entirely different. So normally in point of sales, what type of printer is used? That we call it as a thermal printer. It has some 6 inches printer or 5 inches printer, 3 or 4 inches. Small will come, So and it will have a running sheet also. It takes the content as long as per the number of items. The sheet length will differ, height will differ as per the number of items. So you can, this kind of printout you might have seen in sweet shops or grocery shops and Reliance Fresh shops. So this type of printing is called point of sale printing, and Tally, this is a point of sales entry. So let me tell you one more time how to do it. First create a voucher, type alter voucher type, point of sales. Voucher type you select as a sales, enter here. Use for POS invoicing. POS means point of sales invoicing. QBS. Enter. Okay. Then to create a voucher, Alt G, create a voucher. It's open in point of sale voucher itself. Otherwise, how we will select? Press F8. Point of sales is also sales voucher. Okay. Point of sales. Party you don't need to select, just not applicable. See, point of sales is normally is not a credit sales. Normally it is a cash sales. Okay, cash sales means we don't give credit. So mobile sales, enter item, iPhone, enter. The ledger which you are choosing is a cash ledger, and cash rendered, how much cash is given by the customer. Just assuming 2 lakhs, the pending is 60,000 rupees. Okay, I'm just giving an example. So this type of invoicing is called point of sales. So it has 2 advantages. One is you can accept payment from more than one mode, which means that cash, bank also you can accept, or credit card also you can accept. The other thing is the printing will be faster, the format is different, and you can make a quicker entry. So this is called a point of sale entry, and you can. This is widely used in many places like electronic shop, mobile shops. Good to go. Fine. So how to see the point of sales register? Display, accounting books. If you go to POS register, let me go on one more time, display more reports, accounts books, POS register. What do you mean by POS register? Register means a set of transactions. POS register, you will be able to see. So you are able to see the format itself is different. Credit card, debit card payment, check payment. You can also adjust with the gift vouchers. So this is the point of sale vouchers. You can go inside the voucher and you can take the printout or export. That is also possible. Okay, fine. So let me introduce one more concept, which is very interesting concept. It's called cost center. Okay, it's called cost center. It is used for the MIS purpose. It is not for the accounting purpose. It is for the MIS purpose. What is an MIS? Management Information System. Okay, that is, it is a set of information required for the management purpose, not for the accounting purpose. Why the management is required? To take decision or to take directions or to analyze the data. Okay, so the concept which I am introducing is a cost center. We can also call it as a profit center. Okay, so where are the places the cost center is useful? See, for example, there are many use cases. See, one of the use cases is, I want to, there are some expenses happening in the company. I want to know which department makes what type of expenses and how much expenses happening for the particular department. So the company will have a different type of department, no? Admin department, marketing department, sales department, accounts department, HR department. Okay, so I want to know the expenses based on the department. For this purpose, we can use cost centers. The same way, you can use it for the profit center also. What mean, cost means it's an expenses. You can also use this cost center for analyzing the profit from particular department, or for the profit from the particular branch, or for the profit from the particular person. These are the examples. Maybe if I give one example, you will have a better idea. See, normally what happens, some expense is happening. Expense is payment or a journal. So in this case, I put cash. The expenses is traveling expenses. Traveling expenses, which is the indirect expenses. Okay. 5,000 rupees is happening. Okay. I don't have an option in Tally with the current setup. I don't have an option to track it belongs to which department. Okay. So in this case, I want to capture the expenses based on a department also. So for that purpose, cost center is maintained. Okay. So first you have to activate this particular feature in cost center, which is available in F11. Are you able to see it? Enable cost center. I give yes. Fine. Then I come to F12. Show here an option of select cost center. Cost center, class is not required for the time being. I select yes. I give save. Okay. So before I'm using cost center, I'm going to define that what are the cost center I'm going to have it in my company. So as I said, in this example, I'm going to have a cost center for different departments. So I create a cost center, which is a master creation. Go to create cost center. I created different types of departments. Admin one department, accounts one department, marketing is one department, sales is one department. Just for an example. Fine. Come back to this example of traveling expenses. So here I give cash, traveling expenses. This traveling expenses is for which department? Okay. So say example, sales people has used this traveling expenses. I say this cost I am putting it in the sales department. Sales department used to use this amount, 5,000 rupees. I put it in the sales department. Okay. So next voucher I am creating. Again, this is also sales department. Again, this is also traveling expenses, but in this case, owner is using it. So then he will come under admin staff. Say example 15,000 rupees. Okay. So in this case, which department I have to book this cost to the admin department. Okay. I say 15,000 rupees. Fine. I'll give you one more example. Again, traveling expenses. But in this case, owner and 2 sales guys have gone for a trip. Okay. So what I have to do? So the total expenses is 30,000 rupees. So I have to separate for owner belongs to admin department. So 10,000 is to admin department and sales department shares the expense of 20,000. This is the one important key feature in Tally. See that the expense is same, but I want to know for which department or which cost center I want to apportion it. The reason is the later I want to analyze it. Which department expense is more or high, or how to manage it for that purpose. So here 30,000 rupees, are you able to see it? It is available in the dim background. 30,000 rupees. In this 30,000 rupees, admin shares the expenses of 10,000 rupees. Sales shares the expense of 20,000 rupees. Enter, save. So 3 entries, all payment, all traveling expenses, and all belongs to different departments. Now let's go and see the report, how it looks. Okay. So this report is called a cost center report. Display more reports. Go to statement of accounts. Cost center summary. There are 2-3 reports available. I will just tell you first report, then I will come back to the other reports. Cost center summary. Are you able to see it? Admin and sales. In total expenses, admin has shared 25,000 rupees. Sales has shared 25,000 rupees. Are you able to see it? If you go here, you will know the further details. Admin, it's very first time the owner expenses, and this is the combined expenses. Good to go. Then next is cost center breakup. I click here and I say admin. What is the order of the admin expenses? If you go to admin expenses, I will be able to see it. Indirect expenses is 25,000 rupees. We put control F5 detail, which is the traveling expenses, 25,000 rupees. Fine. Okay. So this is a cost center breakup. This is a cost center summary. Are you able to see it? So here I see all the cost centers. What are the cost centers? Admin and sales. Total expenses. Debit side is coming. Okay. And individual cost center, what is the ledger wise expenses? I want to know. I go for a option cost center breakup admin. Then press Ctrl F5. Good to go. This is one option. The other one is ledger breakup. I press traveling expenses, enter it here, then let me go slowly. Ledger breakup, enter. I choose traveling expenses. Then I will be able to total traveling expenses. Admin department part is 25,000 rupees. Sales department part is 25,000 rupees. Okay. So this is where I will be able to see the expenses of the particular department. So I just gave you one example. For all the expenses also, the data is captured as per the cost center. So that at the end of the period or any period, you will be able to know what is the debit or what is the credit of the particular department. Okay. This helps to analyze or understand the behavior of the expenses or income based on the cost center. So I just gave an example of admin and sales. It need not be an admin and sales. It can be anything else also. See, for example, I want to know the branch wise expenses. I can say cost center as branch 1, branch 2, branch 3. Okay. And I can use salesman name as cost centers. Let me give you an example. I create a cost center. salesman Kumar. Salesman Raghu. I just give an example. I already have some 2-3 sales now. I just alter it. This sales 6,000 mobiles. This 6,000 mobile is done by the salesman Raghu. Okay. Just for the example sake, I am just duplicating the voucher. What is the shortcut key to duplicate the voucher? Alt 2. Okay. Same Kumar and Co. Or some other value. The value is 10,000. The sale is done by Mr. Kumar. I just enter, Alt F5, detail mode, just observe it. See this cost center, I am giving it for this amount, 6,000 rupees. It is done by the cost center, salesman Raghu. It's an accounting entry, but still I am apportioning for the cost center in order to get the internal information. Escape. So how to see the cost center report? Display more reports. Statement of accounts. Cost centers summary. Imagine I have a lot of entries. I am able to see from this report how much sales Mr. Kumar has done. How much sales Mr. Raghu has done. I will be able to see it. So this is used for what? To assess the performance of the particular employee. Okay, I am just giving one example. There are many ways you can use this cost center. As I said, the branches you can use it, or product line you can use it. How many sales I'm doing it for the particular brand. So many ways you can use it. So this is how cost center is maintained. And guys, your attendance sheet is available in the chat. Please mark your attendance. Attendance link. Your attendance link is available. Please mark your attendance. Group wise breakup also you can say. Say that I want to know the sales accounts. Go to the sales account. Sales account is a group. What is the behavior? You might say why it is credit coming in the credit side, because it's a sales, no? If it is expense, it will come in the debit side. Since it is a sales, it's coming in the credit side. In cost center, we can have a sub cost center also. Please note that cost center alone has this option. You can have the sub cost center. See, for example, this Kumar, salesman Kumar, cost center, salesman Kumar. I can put him in one particular cost center called Team A. And Raghu, I can put it in Team B. I can have the hierarchy as I have the hierarchy in groups and ledgers. Groups. So, what is a Team A sales? If you want to know, go to display more reports, statement of accounts, cost center breakup. Are you able to see it? Team A. Team A is 10,000 rupees, under which salesman Kumar sales is 10,000 rupees. I'm just giving a few data, that's why it looks simple. But when you have a larger data, it gives a more meaningful reports. So we have come to the end of the session. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the chat. Guys, if you have any doubts, you can ask. So can we have a recap of what we have done today? So we have seen the tracking number, which is delivery node GRN, how to track it, how to bill it later, those information we see. Batches we saw, to have to track a stock item with the serial number or with the manufacturing date or expiry date, and the related reports we saw. Then how to have a standard rates for the particular item, so that at the time of billing or at the time of purchasing, the rate is automatically picked up, and Tally has a flexibility to change a different date applicable dates. So whenever there is a change, we can priorly also we can set the date. And we saw POS, point of sales. Point of sales is used to make a quick billing and also to accept a different mode of payment, and the printing format is also different. And we saw cost center. Cost center is the MIS feature, which is used to track the cost or profit based on the category which a company would like to have it. So in the examples we saw cost center for the departments like admin, accounts, marketing and sales. We also saw cost center to assess the performance of the employee, salesman wise, and also for the team wise. So these are all internal reports, not an accounting report, so it's not a compliance report, it is for the internal reports for the management purpose. So that's why it comes under the category of MIS, Management Information System. Hope this training was useful to you, and if you have any queries, you can put it in your chat box. So guys, as you know, all this is a technical aspect, so you have to work it out, and please use the Tally's education version option, which is freely downloadable software, only with the restriction of dates. So you'll be able to access 1, 2 and 31st of any month. So make use of these facilities and improve your Tally skills, which is very necessary as you are accounting and commerce students. So I wish you good luck in all your career and exams. Thank you all.